Good evening and welcome to Texarkana, Texas, where we are live for some Texas High baseball right here at the home of the Texas High Tigers. I am Brian Bolton. Shortly we'll be joined by Billy Lavender. A beautiful day for baseball. About a 5-mile-an-hour wind blowing from our left to right. The flags out there whipping in the wind, where the second place in district play, the Texas High Tigers, will take on the first place in the standings right now, the Hallsville Bobcats. Again, like I mentioned just a minute ago, we will be joined by Billy Lavender here momentarily. The Tigers come into today's ball game with a 13-6 record overall for the season. They're 6-2 in district play right now, District 15 5A that is. They're led into tonight's game by head coach John McClure. 5 returning starters from last year. Looks about the same on the other side with the Hallsville Bobcats, 16-5 overall, 7-1 in District 15 5A so far this year, and they're led by first-year head coach Chris Watley. They also have 5 returning starters this year. As you can see, the coaches have met with the umpires at home plate, and we are awaiting first pitch here from Tiger Field. Tonight's ball game being brought to you in part by State Bank, your local bank for all of your personal and business banking needs. Visit statebankofdcab.com or stop by any of their various locations. State Bank, your family, your bank. And so we are bringing you tonight's ball game with Txk Gameday and Tiger Vision. And as I am speaking, the man himself comes leaping over the concrete barrier behind us, and he has put a headset on.
Let me catch my breath.
The Tiger King himself is back, full of nachos and Powerade.
I'm telling you. It's going to be a good game. We got great weather, and, boy, I'm excited about this one tonight.
Yeah, and Billy, while you were out getting some pictures on the field, we talked a little bit about both teams coming into tonight's play in District 15 5A. Hallsville sitting in first place. The Tigers not far behind them in second place.
That's right. It's not a must-win for either team, but, boy, it would be a huge win for the Tigers. Hallsville's kind of had their number over the last several years and got a really, really good team, but tonight's our night.
Yeah, and so as we spoke of, the Tigers, they are 6-2 in district play, and the Hallsville Bobcats 7-1. So tonight, even if the Tigers do win, that will not put them into first place just yet. But heading down the final stretch of this baseball season, a big win if they can knock off the #1 team in the district right now.
Put them in a tie, right?
That's right.
Yep. So it'll be in first place.
Well,
count ties around. We're close enough to Arkansas to count ties, aren't we?
Well, I don't count ties, at least not live on the air.
Depends on if your sister's pretty or not.
That's right. That's right. So we're going to pause momentarily. We've got a little ceremony or something that's going to go on. We've got some kids out on the field. Billy, you know a little more about that than what I do. Tell us what's going on.
It's the first time they've done this, and it's kids' night here at the ballpark. They've got you can still bring your kid out. All the kids get in free. And you can see we got a lot of them out here, and they got all kinds of stuff, free food. They got the Kona Ice truck out here. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff going on, and I was just down there taking some pictures. And I mean, you know, they're kids, but so are our players, and you could see them interacting. And a lot of them are really good with kids, and they're throwing balls to them and stuff. And so, you know, everybody's just before the nerves get going, you know, once the first pitch happens, they're going to let them run out on the field to their favorite position. So it's a pretty cool deal tonight.
That's awesome. And so we're going to pause for just a second. The field announcer is going to call both starting lineups, and we'll be back with you shortly right here on Txk Gameday and Tiger Vision.
Batting fourth will be your first baseman, number 13.
To increase our outstanding services for our community, we are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are a full-service emergency department and are now offering inpatient services and outpatient imaging. Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, real ER without the wait, where your hometown physician owners are always here for you.
Number 10, Joe Torres. Number 12, Elijah Nicholson. Number 15, Carson Blakely. Number 16, Blake Cox. Number 17, Alex Allen. Number 20, Ashton Garza. And number 21, Brody Slade. And for the home Texas High Tigers, leading off will be third baseman number 6, Jacob Yao. Batting second, center fielder number 1, Luke Smith. Batting third, second baseman number 8, Nathan Steele. DH, batting fourth will be number 16, Dalton Rayleigh. Batting fifth will be left fielder number 10, Cody Reed. And batting sixth will be first baseman number 15, Nate Minnie. Batting seventh, number 14, Robert Cheney, starting pitcher. Batting eighth, right fielder number 9, Knox Pilgrim. And batting ninth, shortstop number 13, Sawyer Pritchard. Catcher will be number 22, Dallin Bristow. And in the dugout, number 2, Jacob McGuire. Number 3, Jordan Kraut. Number 4, Chandler Chapman. Number 5, Tanner Ross. Number 7, Brendan Allred. Number 11, Alan Cartwright. And number 12, Matt Meinzer. And if you'll stand and remove your hat, we'll honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
We're back live with Txk Gameday and Tiger Vision right here at Tiger Field as the Tigers get ready to take on the visiting Hallsville Bobcats. Tonight's ball game being brought to you in part by Txk Emergency Center and Hospital. With their experienced physicians and great personal care, Txk Emergency Center and Hospital is your superior choice for minor and major emergency needs. So stop by and see Dr. Young and his staff or give them a call at 903-838-8000. Real care, real convenience, real capabilities. And so speaking of Txk Emergency Center and Hospital, I sure hope to see somebody hit one over that sign tonight.
Well, if they're wearing a black jersey and white pants is kind of what I'm thinking of. I wouldn't mind it at all, or any of our other signs out there. Just I wouldn't mind seeing some of them just roll into them. But no, I was sitting here thinking about, as I saw those young kids running out to positions and running out with the Tigers, I thought of something that I saw on, I can't remember, it was on some social media site the other day, and someone said, every kid in America should get into any ballpark that they want to at any time for free. And I just sitting there thinking they're getting in free tonight, and I was thinking, man, that may be just something that Texas High ought to do, and I may start that initiative right here tonight.
Yep, and so I agree with you. To get kids involved, they, small things like that, it may not mean a lot, a couple dollars here and there, but man, what a big deal it means to those kids. And it encourages parents to bring the kids out, not only because it's free, but it's just something that entices those parents to get those kids out to the ballpark.
I talked to Cheney, Robert, a little bit earlier, and had a good warm-up session, and sitting here watching his pitches, and looks like he's got them all working, and he's going to need them for Hallsville because they got some big bats. And this catcher right here, I think I've seen him for the last 2 years and I've never seen him get out. It's just a really good hitter.
And so as you spoke of, Robert Cheney, he's going to start on the mound for the Tigers tonight. The first pitch from him in there for strike number 1. Number 18, Matt Houston. He'll step into the box first for the Bobcats. Second pitch from Cheney. It's a fastball,
right.
Same spot,
Man.
Same result, strike number 2.
Catches the corner right on the outside corner, and he's down 0-2, and man, you know, now he's battling. You don't want to give him anything good here.
Yeah, and that's my favorite pitch in baseball, the fastball right on the outside corner. Here's another fastball. It's going to be swung on and hit all the way out into the gap. It will roll all the way to the fence and around him first. He's headed to second, and he'll stop there. That's Matt Houston.
You threw a pitch on an 0-2. When I say you can't, that's the one guy that you can't get anywhere close to the plate, and Cheney missed and threw it over the plate, and now you got a guy at second with no outs. Probably looks like a lefty coming up to bunt.
Yeah, number 2, Logan Jones, he bats from the left side of the box, and so he will step up. Robert Cheney gonna face his second batter. This one's gonna be on the ground over to Sawyer Pritchard. He has no play. It's a slow roller. Pritchard was on the back of the dirt.
Cheney got it in on his hands, and you know, it was just a soft roller, and nothing Sawyer Pritchard could have done with that. And he tried to deke him. He tried to, you know, pump him and get the guy on second to jump off, and he didn't. He's well coached, and now we're in trouble. This guy can hit as well.
So the first 2 batters of the ball game are on base right now. Not a good deal for the Tigers. Cheney will spin off the back of the mound and watch Houston back to second base, but quickly he's back on. Another lefty up. That's Sawyer Dunnigan. First pitch to Dunnigan's a fastball on the inside corner for strike number 1.
It looks like Nathan Steele at second base is playing in a little bit. I don't know if it's expecting the bunt and him to get to first base, what they're in, but.
Second pitch to Dunnigan, another fastball.
2 ball right there.
Sawyer Pritchard, he'll catch the line drive and get the double play over at second base. And so a nice play there by Pritchard. Hit it right to him, and he doubles up the runner at second.
You know, they say most double plays are caused by the batter, and you just got to, as a guy on second base, you've got to freeze with no outs. You can't jump on contact right there, because the last thing you need is 2 outs.
And so a big opportunity there for the Bobcats, and that double play kind of kills their momentum there, but a good job by the Tigers to get right back into this ball game.
Well, it'd be really, to leave them out there, be really huge for Cheney and the rest of the gang. And his last name is Cheney.
Is it Cheney?
It is
okay.
Cheney.
Okay.
Everybody says Cheney.
Well, I'm
except
glad you
his
corrected
parents
me.
and
I'm glad you corrected me, so I didn't have to go the whole ball game. Cheney's next pitch, an off-speed pitch, going to be inside for ball number 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. A big opportunity missed there by the Bobcats, but great execution by the Tigers to get 2 outs. There's a fastball, but it's a little outside for ball number 3.
That's where I think they wanted that the 0-2 pitch to Houston.
So 3 balls and no strikes, 2 outs. A walk here really doesn't hurt you that bad, but Cheney's not looking for a walk. The 3-0 pitch right on the outside corner for strike number 1.
He slowed that one down and guided it, and we hadn't really seen his curveball yet.
3-1 pitch.
Oh, nice.
It's lifted out into the outfield for hopefully the 3rd out. Luke Smith gets under it. He camps, and he makes a nice catch for out number 3. And so no run score, 1 man left on, and the Tigers are coming to bat. We'll be back after these messages right here at Tiger Field with more Txk Gameday baseball.
I'm Dr. Matt Young from Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital. We have expanded to increase our outstanding services for our community. We are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are a full-service emergency department and are now offering inpatient services and outpatient imaging. Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, real ER without the wait, where your hometown physician owners are always here for you.
Welcome back. We're live here with Txk Gameday and Tiger Vision, where the Tigers are coming to the plate for the first time this ball game. The Bobcats from Hallsville make their trip to Texarkana, Texas. They're sitting number 1 in District 15 5A right now, but not far behind are those lurking Tigers from Texarkana.
And Hallsville's been there for a couple of years and made a run last year. Got to the state championship game and lost by 1 run late in the game. In fact, on the last out, and man, they just had a heck of a year and really started off just like they left, and they've stumbled once to Mount Pleasant, which is another good team in this district. This district's pretty top heavy, and man, I tell you what, the Tigers are in for it because they got a pitcher on the mound that he can straight deal, and did the first time we played against him. And I think he's committed to TCU, and they beat us 4-1 at Hallsville. It was a game that was supposed to be at Texas High, but because of weather, we moved it, and because of it, have this home game on Thursday night before Good Friday.
That's right, and so both teams looking good tonight. Hallsville comes in wearing their purple jerseys with white striped pants, and the Tigers tonight come in wearing their black and white jerseys with the all-white pants. I like those New Balance shoes. The orange and black New Balances that the Tigers are wearing tonight. But we're not going to talk anymore about the way they look. We're going to talk some more about the way they play. And coming up to bat first for the Tigers tonight, number 6, Jacob Yao.
Talking about the way someone plays, this is what you want your son to play like. This is a freshman. He plays like a senior, just always on base and doing the right thing, and can't say enough good about Jacob Yao.
And so he'll be the leadoff man tonight. Landon Bowden, he's a left-hander, a big kid, wears number 7. He'll be on the mound tonight for Hallsville. Matt Houston behind the plate. First pitch from the big lefty is a fastball. It's on the ground to Sawyer Dunnigan. He'll flip it across the diamond for out number 1.
Dunnigan's a really good shortstop for Hallsville, and does everything, the way you teach it, and makes a good play and gets Yao out.
So Jacob Yao, the leadoff man, retired, but he gets up there and jumps on the first pitch that he sees, so you got to like the aggressive play by the Tigers right off of the first pitch. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's going to bring up number 1, Luke Smith. Luke Smith, a senior. He's a center fielder for the Tigers. First pitch to Smith, a fastball, but it's outside for ball number 1.
Luke's been on varsity for 4 years and just settled down in that center field role last year, and does a great job for the Tigers out there.
Second pitch to Luke Smith, a breaking ball. It falls in there right at the knees for strike number 1. Going to even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Luke Smith, a good athlete on the left side of the plate, so lefty on lefty. There's another breaking ball, but it's going to be high for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
After that last breaking pitch, that was really good for Luke to take that breaking pitch and lift it up.
So Luke being patient at the plate. The 3rd, 4th pitch he sees, he's going to drive it up the middle. The shortstop gets over there and gets a glove on it. And you talk about,
I'm telling you, Dunnigan's
man,
he's salty, man.
Is he a Division I shortstop?
Yeah, he is. He can play. He can play a lot of positions on the field, but I've watched him over the last couple of years, and that's a hit against probably 75% of the teams that will play, but not against Hallsville. You're
being very generous with the 75 as well.
Yeah.
I was going to go a little higher, but man, what a good play there by Sawyer Dunnigan.
Nathan,
he was quick. He's like a cat.
Now we got Nathan Steele up, and he's been really, really, really hot with the bat this year, and he's our ace pitcher and just really shut teams down. He's had a really good year for the Tigers.
Nathan Steele playing second base tonight. The second pitch to him is going to be fouled over the backstop. And that'll go on the scorebook as a strike. And so Nathan Steele, the senior second baseman, he'll step back in, and we're back to play. Bowden to the plate. It's another fastball swung on and missed, and that'll be out number 3. And so no hits, no men left on, and no men score. For the Tigers, they're headed back out into the field. We got a good ball game going on between the number 1 and number 2 team in District 15 5A. So come back right after this here for more Tiger baseball.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back to Tiger Field, where we're scoreless after one. We're headed to the top of the second, and Ethan Miller will step up to bat. For the Hallsville Bobcats, the first breaking ball from Robert Cheney will fall in there for ball. Excuse me, it won't fall in there. That's ball number one.
Well, it did fall in there. It was called a ball.
There's another high one. He'll lay down the bunt right back to Cheney. He
Great
scoops
play.
it up, and a nice job.
Really nice play. And I'll tell you what he did was the batter squared the first time, and so Cheney gave him, or Coach Watson probably called a high fastball, and it's tougher to bunt those. And Cheney still had to get off the mound and make a backhanded stop and throw a laser to Nate Minnie over there, which he did. Really good play.
Yeah, and throwing those high fastballs, a lot of times you'll see people square around the bunt and they'll pop them up. So good job there by Cheney to throw that again. The next fastball to number 14, Jack Holliday, will get on right on the edge of the plate for strike number one. Jack Holliday is the designated hitter.
Man, that was an off speed. That was a little change up, and it fell right back across the plate. It was, I wouldn't have swung at it either. It's perfect.
The 0-2 pitch from Cheney. It's a fastball. Catcher Bristow wanted it high.
Yeah, and
just a little off the mark by Cheney.
You saw what Cheney was doing. He wasn't going to put that one across the plate. He kind of drug it out there, just making sure he got it out there, then allow an 0-2 hit again.
Robert Cheney on the mound tonight for the Tigers. The 1-2 pitch is high, going to even up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's kind of settling in, though, after first couple of hits. He's kind of settled in and let his defense work.
The DH Holiday at the plate. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch.
Oh, nice play, Sawyer. Out of way.
A short
really
hop,
good.
almost a line
Man.
drive over to Sawyer Pritchard, but it did make a short hop. He scoops it up and across the diamond to Nate Minnie for out number 2.
And I'll tell you, he did what you need to do. He made sure he kept the ball in front of him, so he had an opportunity. He didn't try to wave at it or anything like that. He bodied it up, got it in the glove, and threw a shot over to Nate Minnie. And thank goodness Nate Minnie's 7'3".
So I thought he was going to catch it in the air, but it didn't quite make it to him. Hit right around his shoelaces, so he did have to pick that one up and across the diamond. But nonetheless, same result. There's 2 outs.
Pitcher v. pitcher right here.
That's going to bring up Landon Bowden, the big lefty. We got a flyover right now, Billy.
Yeah,
we got
sure
geese
do.
flying over. I think they're low enough I could hit those.
I'm looking around for your guns. I know you.
I could hear them even with this headset on.
I'm just glad they kept flying.
Here's the next pitch to Bowden. That'll be on the ground over to Nathan Steele. He'll scoop it up.
Really good inning for Cheney.
Over to first base for the 3rd out. And so no hits, no men left on, and we're still scoreless after 1.5. We're going to take a break, and we're going to bring you right back for more baseball here live from Tiger Field. Welcome back to Tiger Field, where we're headed to the bottom of the second inning. We're still scoreless, where the Tigers are taking on the visiting Bobcats from Hallsville. The bottom of this second inning is going to be brought to you by Txk Bank. Txk Bank is your hometown bank built on a solid foundation, weathering each and every storm for over 100 years. Family owned, locally operated, and here to serve you and your family for 100 more. For all of your banking needs, visit Txk Bank or give Billy Lavender a call.
903-276-3874.
Billy, you want to do this?
Here today, here tomorrow. Come see me. Come see me.
That is right. Txk Bank, here today and here tomorrow. So we appreciate all of our sponsors here on Txk Gameday. If you're interested in being a sponsor and helping us bring local high school athletics to you live, give TXK Marketing a call, and there is a place for everyone. Believe me, it takes a lot of equipment and a lot of funding to make this happen. We're not out here with an iPhone, just video.
Not even close. We've got an iPhone out here.
We got a lot of iPhones.
We got a phone.
That's right. That is right.
Ball's out. You know, Dalton Rayleigh, the DH, he gets a lot of off-speed junk, so he typically will wait and sit on a fastball.
Dalton Rayleigh, the junior designated hitter for the Tigers, he's at the plate right now. There's a breaking ball, and it'll fall at the top of the zone on the outside corner for a strike.
I'd let that one go as well.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Rayleigh. There's a low fastball going to be popped down the first base line, but it'll just make it foul.
Really good job by number 2 out there for Hallsville. He was over at the fence as the ball went over, and he had a long way to track. So see something like that, you like to give somebody some props.
That's number 2, Logan Jones, playing right field for Hallsville. You know, a lot of good athletes on both sides tonight, and you know, it's always good to watch high school athletics when there's a lot of good athletes on the field. So 2-2 pitch. It's going to be on the ground over to Dunnigan. He'll scoop it up and across the diamond for out number 1.
Tell you what, so far our 2 Dunnigan and Pritchard, our 2 shortstops, are just like vacuum cleaners out there. You don't hit it on the left side of the diamond to them, but got left fielder Cody Reese coming up.
Cody Reese, a junior, hits in the 5-hole. This will be his first at bat tonight. Bowden to the plate. That one will be fouled to the backstop.
He was on it too. He was on it. Cody's he's a multi-sport athlete and very, very fast, and he looks like he's going to be our quarterback next year.
A good football player, a good baseball player. And speaking of good players, this Landon Bowden that's on the plate for Hallsville, I like the way that he pitches. He's got a funky little delivery there where he kind of kicks his leg twice. Well, he does on some pitches, I guess. That one's going to hop right in front of second baseman Dusty Carver. Thought it was going to be a line drive. I believe Carver did too, and that ball was spinning.
He kind of misplayed it on that. What you don't want to do is you don't want to sit back, and that's what he did. And he got a terrible hop because it was spinning. But if he just came up, aggressive glove, he probably could have made the play. But you know, Texas High is just looking for some kind of chink, and Cody Reese gets it right there. Now you got Nate Minnie, and he's hot as a pistol right now.
Number 15, senior Nate Minnie, he'll step up to the plate with 1 out and a runner on first. That first fastball going to be under the knees for ball number 1.
Yeah, he's a really good pitcher, and he's just doing things just to get you off, and he's not doing something that he doesn't normally do. He does all of this, just keeps you completely off balance.
Second pitch to Minnie on the way. Bowden's pitch, knee high, outside, strike number 1.
Really good pitch, and really good for Nate. Couldn't have done anything with that pitch, so he laid off, and now he's got a 1-1 count, and now he's going to have to swing at something like that if he gets it again.
Cody Reese got some speed, standing over on first base. A nice base hit, and Reese will be off to the races. The pitch. Knee high.
That one was
corner.
That one was a little bit outside corner of the left-handed batter's box. I'm going to just call it like it is. I'll say it if they do the same thing to us. But you know, here's what you're going to see. He's going to do the same thing and work it a little bit out more is what typically you're going to see.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Minnie. This one, same location, just a little higher, and Minnie swings and goes down on strikes, and so 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second, Cody Reese still stands on first base. That's going to bring up our pitcher, senior number 14, Robert Cheney.
You know, and although Cody's got really good speed, you got a lefty on the mound that's really good, got a quick delivery to the plate, and a really good catcher with a really rocket arm. So I wouldn't look for us to do any stealing, but we may with Cheney up. You never know.
First pitch to Cheney is going to be high for ball number 1. We appreciate everyone for tuning in on Txk Gameday or Tiger Vision. If you are watching on our Facebook feed through Txk Gameday, comment and tell us where you're watching from and who your favorite player is. We'll try to get you mentioned on the air. We love to see where people are tuning in from. We've had people from, of course, different states, even different countries. Cody Reese takes off, and this one's going to be down the third base line, and no play over first base. And so the throw will get away from first baseman number 13, Garrett Smith, and both runners will advance around the base path. They will hold Cody Reese at third base. Thought he may come home and score.
Man, really liked what Coach McClure just did. A hit and run. Knew he was in a good count, and you know, a 1-0 pitch, and you got a fast guy at first. You know, 2 outs, and so he has a pitcher on a hit and run, and Cheney delivers to third base, and the third baseman really had to block it up. And now you got Knox Pilgreen coming up, and Knox has kind of gotten hot again. And he's a right fielder, and he's a freshman too, and he's another kid that he's not a freshman by his physical ability. I'm telling you that.
Number 4, Chandler Chapman, comes in to run at second base for the pitcher. First pitch here to Pilgreen, a big swing, but a nice fastball gets by him for strike number 1. 2 outs. Runners in scoring position for the Tigers, looking to get the first runs of the ball game, and they're going to steal home, and he's going to be out at home. And so Coach thought that he was going to pull that double leg move again and be a little long on the mound, and so Cody Reese tries to steal home plate, but he gets it to the plate, and they'll tag him for out number 3. And so 2 men left on, 1 hit in the inning. We're still scoreless after 2, but Billy Lavender and I are going to bring you some more Tiger baseball right after this break here on Tiger Vision.
Comfort in the midst of chaos. Shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life.
In Arkansas, see Brian Bolt for a free insurance review.
Welcome back. It's Tiger Vision and Txk Gameday, bringing you some live Tiger baseball on a beautiful night here in Texarkana, Texas, the day before Good Friday, and hoping it's going to be a good Thursday for the Tigers if they bring home the win tonight. The one and only Tiger King himself, Billy Lavender, here with Brian Bolt, and we're going to bring you some more baseball as we enter the top half of the 3rd inning.
You got Coach McClure. He knows he's trying to manufacture some runs. You know, he got a freshman up, Knox Pilgreen, and he's got a 0-1 count, and figuring he's probably going to get some kind of curveball or something like that, maybe in the dirt, and he just tries to manufacture a run.
Robert Cheney still on the mound for the Tigers. It's been a pitcher's duel here. I think we've got 1 hit in the ball game, possibly 2. Our scoreboard's not working. I'm not doing a very good job of keeping notes. I think we've got 1 or 2 hits, but it's pretty much been a pitcher's duel. A lot of ground balls so far in the ball game. Number 1, Dusty Carver, will step up to the plate for Hallsville, and quickly he's in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes.
Carver, the second baseman, is that correct?
Yes. Carver is the second baseman. Here is a high fastball for ball number 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's one going to be popped up. It's going to be short, and coming across the diamond is Yao.
Oh, nice play by Nate Minnie. Really good play. I'll tell you, the only person that could have made that play was Jacob Yao, and he takes it and gets rid of it. He has to get rid of it so quick that it's really high, and Nate Minnie, the only guy in the ballpark that could have caught it as he's up, catches it and tags a runner on the deal, and a really good call by the first base umpire down there.
Yeah, we don't need to call his name out tonight. We don't need to call any officials' names out. But
unless they make a really bad call.
By the way,
then we'll give their cell number.
By the way, for everybody listening, Billy is just kidding with that. But a nice job by Yao to come up and get that slow roller and throw it across the diamond. And like you just said, having a big, tall first baseman makes it easy on throws that are a little off the mark, and a little athleticism being shown there by the SAU signee, Nate Minnie. So giving him a little love.
Nate's going to play some football at SAU.
We hope he is.
Now we're coming back to the top of the lineup.
Yes, that is Carter Rogas, who gets hit on the shoulder from Cheney.
Man, I'm telling you,
Cheney. He'll trot down to first base.
I'd put this guy on first, what I'd do.
Matt Houston, he's up now.
Oh, great pitch.
First fastball going to be outside, right on the edge of the plate for strike.
Cheney's not scared of anybody, so they're throwing at him.
So Cheney going to throw over to first base. It's a close play, but he's back in there, and he's safe. We've got Miss Mary Twitty listening from Magnolia. She's pumped up watching Nate.
She likes that first baseman, doesn't she?
Yeah. I bet she thinks that's the play of the game. You know
so
what?
Far.
Right now, I agree with.
That's right. Till he hits a dinger. Oh, my gosh.
Cheney lifts one out into center field. Luke Smith, he's back, tracking that one down. And that'll be a nice, easy out for center fielder Luke Smith. And so good job by Cheney there, throwing one in the zone and getting the fly ball out for probably the best hitter in the lineup for the Bobcats.
I'll tell you, anytime you can get Houston out, it's big, and Texas High knows that over the last couple of years. And
now,
the kid can really hit.
I'm going to butcher this name, and I'm going to show it to you. It's Candace. Is it Resch?
Resch.
Candace Resch is tuning in from Alberta, Canada.
Look at there.
So we appreciate. See, I told you, we got people tuning in from all over the place.
I wonder if she's tuning in to watch that Ross kid that plays for Texas High.
Her grandson is Tanner Ross.
Look at there.
See, Billy Lavender knows everything. This one's going to be lifted out, and it's going to get down. Knox Pilgrim could not quite get under that one. It was a line drive out into right field.
It's a tough play. That ball's nose diving, and he's trying to get around it and make a play, and good thing he stayed in front of it and knocked it down and kept the runners on the corners.
That's right fielder Logan Jones, who lines one out to right field. Pilgrim just could not get under that one. It was a very, very low line drive right over the infield, but that does move the runner, number 3.
Wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of bunt right here or something, or some kind of steal to keep them out of a double play.
Number 3, Carter Rogas, he does advance over to third base. So with one out, there is an opportunity, a man in scoring position here for the first run of the ball game for the Bobcats. Cheney's first pitch is going to be high for him. Ball number 1. The runner goes, a breaking ball in the dirt.
They steal and get an easy base, and now it takes them out of the double play. So we're going to try to get this guy at the plate right here.
And I am going to correct myself. I believe there's 2 outs.
Is there? Okay.
So that one's high for ball number 2.
All I remember is hitting a batter and then a fly out to Luke Smith at center.
I'm going to correct myself again. Ball number 3. I'm trying my best to keep up with it with no scoreboard. That one's going to be in there for strike number 1. I know the count right now. It's 3-1.
There you go.
So 3 balls and 1 strike.
I don't know why I'm just not watching the deal that's right in front of me.
Well, we're delayed, so we're not going to see it for.
Well, but it shows 2 outs, so it doesn't matter how delayed it unless it's a delay. Oh, okay, that's what you were watching. Right?
Yeah, that's it. So that one going to be swung on.
Is our man Zach Doty keeping that in there?
If Doty is,
he's
it's
keeping
correct.
it's
I
correct.
promise you
that's
it's
right.
correct. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch is going to be high for ball number 4.
Looks like the DH.
I'm going to get my pen and paper out. We'll make sure we're right here.
First baseman.
Yeah, number 13, Garrett Smith. He'll step into the box. Bases loaded.
2 outs.
Candace says that she loves it when Billy gives her son Chris Ross a hard time.
Well, he deserves every bit of it. No, Chris is a good guy. He's been a baseball coach here and a hockey player and everything else. He's good to the community and good for Texas High.
So bases loaded. First pitch, a fastball. It's outside for ball number 1. The Bobcats knocking on the door, trying to get the first runs of the ball game to go their way here in the top of the 3rd. If you're just now joining us, we appreciate you for tuning in here on Txk Gameday and Tiger Vision. Robert Cheney on the mound for the Tigers. He started the game for Texas High. He's in the hole, 2 balls and no strikes right now. To Garrett Smith. Bases loaded, can't afford a walk.
Really good pitch right
there. He's not looking for a walk.
Good pitch by Robert right there.
3 balls and 1 strike.
Oh, he went too.
That one's going to be swung on.
All right, now you got every runner in the park's going to be running, so you gotta have some diving bodies in the infield, not letting it by, and Cheney's got to throw his best pitch of the night right here.
So the payoff pitch, the runners go, and this one's going to be in the gap. 1 run's going to score. They're going to try to score 2. 2 will score. So Cody Reese out there slipped. I'm sure that outfield is wet from all of the rain that we have had, but he comes up trying to make a play to throw a runner out at home plate, and he just slips down. And so 2 runs will score, the first 2 runs of the ball game, and they'll be chalked up for Hallsville.
That's tough right there. You know, Cheney gets behind 3-0 and has to really throw 3 good pitches. In the last one, everybody in the park knows is a fastball and runners moving, so any kind of contactor can score a couple of runs like that.
Billy, I got a question for you. We got Michelle Hanson, and she's tuning in from Waldo. Do you know where Waldo is?
Waldo, Arkansas.
So we got a rundown now. The run did score, and he's going to be tagged out at second base. So the run from third base does score, and it will count because it was made before the out. No play at home plate.
Waldo's on the way to Mongolia.
That's right, Swag Town, baby. Swag all you. We're going to take a break. There'll be more swag when we come back with Billy Lavender live right here with Txk Gameday and Tiger Vision.
If you're thinking of building or remodeling, start your project with Raderville Lumber and the Design Center. Our full-line lumber yards are stocked with the building materials you need for your project. The Design Center offers doors and windows, flooring, cabinetry, countertops, appliances, and more. And our team will help guide your project every step of the way. Take advantage of our custom kitchen design service. We'll help visualize your project with a 3D rendering of how your new space will look. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a Day 1 sponsor of Txk Gameday.
Boy, and there's fresh cut grass here at Tiger Field, and the smell of popcorn fills the air. You smell it?
I smell it. It smells like baseball.
I think it's got extra butter on it.
I know what you're dreaming of.
So the Hallsville Bobcats lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Knox Pilgreen back, freshman, comes up with a 0-0 count. Now gets back behind, but takes a massive cut at it.
Pilgreen, the right fielder for the Tigers tonight. Landon Bowden, the lefty, still on the mound, going strong for the Bobcats.
Tell you what, Knox's last AB at Pine Tree the other night, they had their left field was about 335, and he hit it 334, and it had cleared this fence by far. He's just a freshman for the Tigers.
The 1-1 pitch, it's belt high right down the middle for strike number 2. If you're tuning in on Txk Gameday or Tiger Vision, we sure do appreciate you tuning in tonight. Make sure that you like and share this post where everybody can watch some Thursday night baseball. Same pitch, same location, and Pilgreen will go down on strikes. That'll be the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, senior Sawyer Pritchard. He's the shortstop for the Tigers. Again, Landon Bowden on the mound tonight. This one's going to be on the ground over to the shortstop, Dunnigan. He'll pick it up and across the diamond, and a nice stretch and a scoop there by number 13, first baseman Garrett Smith.
Sawyer Pritchard goes down. Sawyer's hitting about 95% of the time from the left side, but against this lefty from Hallsville, he's switch hitting, and so you'll see him batting from the right side tonight. You got the leadoff batter, Yao, back up. Busted it pretty hard the first time.
At one time or another, Jackson Halter was tuned in. Oh, look at there. He just commented. I saw where he had tuned in earlier. And
Jack's playing for, and I think they had a game today for Seminole State for the Tigers. He was, I remember watching him, of course, a long time, but remember seeing him hit it over that fence and possibly the scoreboard to end a game in a series against Lufkin last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, he hit one a long, long ways. Man, what a play that was, and what a good athlete that he was. I used to love to watch him play football. I got to call some of the games here for Game Day and Tiger Vision, and loved to watch him play baseball.
Absolutely.
But man, used to love seeing him trot out on that football field.
Yep.
And so a good athlete, still playing, and so congrats to him to keep on keeping on. Some of us can't do it anymore.
That's right.
I think you might can, Billy. You're in pretty good shape. I'm just getting fat.
I can still shoot the basketball, but not if somebody's guarding me. Oh, really good pitch.
So he'll go down on strikes, and so no men left on, no hits, and still scoreless are the Tigers. They're down 3-0 to Hallsville right now. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to bring you back right here live at Tiger Field for some more Texas High baseball.
Commercial services, electrical panel installation, circuit breaker installation, led by Master Technician Jay Strickland, and multiple specialty services.
Welcome back to Tiger Field, where they're down right now 3-0 against the number 1 team right now in District 15 5A, the Hallsville Bobcats. Just want to give a big shout out to all the crew here working for Txk Gameday and Tiger Vision. We've got students and employees that are working all around the baseball field, on cameras, producing, back in the truck, and we appreciate all of them for all that they do. Billy and I have got the easy part. We sit out here and watch the ball game and just tell you what we think, and so that's the easy part. They've got the hard job, making sure that they bring it to you. So we appreciate Tiger Vision and Txk Gameday for bringing you some Texas High baseball tonight.
And if you're watching us and wondering about the Hogs, they're beating the LSU Tigers 2-0 in the fourth.
It's always a good day to when you beat LSU, so let's hope that they hang on. And speaking of the Arkansas Razorbacks, it's good to have a fellow Razorback here.
Always good to have a fellow Razorback.
To have you on here, so I don't
Touche.
But, a big weekend to be in Fayetteville. Had tickets to the series this weekend. Ended up having to give them away because we got some other things going on. But, man, I wanted to go watch some baseball and the spring game on Saturday. And I did hear, I did not know this, but I've got a friend that's a cameraman. He's actually from Texarkana for ESPN. And ESPN is bringing the spring game.
That'll be done. Cool.
So instead of the Razorbacks having to kind of do it on their own and they show it throughout some different places, ESPN will broadcast the
got a full count right here.
So payoff pitch to the plate from Cheney, and it's fouled to the backstop. We'll stay right where we are. That's number 11. It's Ethan Miller. He's the center fielder for the Bobcats. This payoff pitch, it's a breaking ball. It's going to be right over the backstop, and I hope it doesn't hit somebody. Ooh, nobody was getting out of the way.
Our radio guy, Keith Schutte, I mean, stays in it like a champ, doesn't even look up. He's like, if it's going to hit me, it's going to hit me on top of my head, and that's probably the best place that it can hit me. Shout out to Keith Schutte, been a long time radio guy for Texas High Athletics.
Man, that thing, I thought it was coming down right on the other side of the screen here, but it doesn't. So again, here's the 3-2 pitch. Same result. We've had 3 foul balls in a row.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a battle up here.
Yeah, Ethan Miller, he's fighting, he's battling up there.
You know, it started off 3-0, and then Cheney came back with 2 strikes, and he just keeps getting strikes.
So as the sun finally sets here in Texarkana, Texas, we're going to have another foul ball. So we've got a battle going on between Miller and Cheney right now. Look off into the sunset and see the Hilton and the mall, and I think I can even see walk-ons over there. I feel like a good burger coming on.
Hey, maybe they'll bring us one if they're listening.
Maybe they've got us playing over there tonight. On a nice breaking ball there by Cheney.
Cheney's throwing a lot of good pitches. It's just number 11 for Hallsville's just wasting them.
Yeah, Ethan Miller, he is battling. I think he's seen every pitch that Cheney's got in his bag, and so we're still full. Cheney, there's a fastball. It's right on the outside corner, and he rings him up. What a battle there, and a big win.
Can I help you?
Robert Cheney.
Just looking.
That's right. That's right.
Man, that was a great pitch, and you know, one would have been tough to hit, but caught the lower portion of the plate, and man, that was a great at bat, but Cheney won.
So Miller goes down on strikes. Number 14, the DH, Jack Holliday. He'll have his chance to meet Mr. Cheney for the second time tonight. So he'll step up to the plate. There's a pitch to him. It's in there for a strike.
Good job, Robert!
Hear my sister up there.
There's one fouled off and to the backstop.
She doesn't have a dog in the fight, but she keeps going.
So Cheney, 2 strikes on our batter Holliday. There's a breaking ball. It's in the dirt, swung on and missed.
Hey, it was a great pitch, but an even better glove and block by Dallin Bristow, and Dallin comes right up and tags him, and then my favorite play just throws it around the horn.
And so 2 strikeouts in the top of the 4th inning here by Robert Cheney. He is gaining momentum the longer he stays on the mound. There's one that catches the umpire right in the mask. We're going to have time for just a second. Going to get some baseballs out to the umpire. He gets caught in the jaw just a little bit, so we'll have a break in the action. While we've got a break, Billy, tonight's ball game being brought to you in part by Phone Pros. Did you know that they've been voted 7 years in a row for the best phone repair business in Texarkana?
All I know is that's where I take my phone when it needs worked on.
If you've got a cracked screen or battery problems, head on over to Phone Pros at 4116 Gibson Lane in Texarkana, Texas, where their motto is, don't let Morgan look at it, let the pros take a look. Phone Pros.
Thank goodness he's got people who know what they're doing, right?
That's right. So number 7, Landon Bowden, he's at the plate. And he watches that one all the way to the glove, and as he turned around, the umpire told him it was strike number 1. So we got Susie DeFore. She's watching from T-Town.
All right.
I'm assuming that's Texarkana.
Oh, yeah.
She said she's been a Tiger fan for 70 years.
Dang.
And she loves those Tigers. So we appreciate Susie
Shout out
for
to
tuning
her,
in.
for sure.
Jeremy Harrell, he's tuning in. He says that his favorite player is Jackson Halter, and his favorite commentator is Billy Lavender. So, Jeremy, I sure do appreciate that for you leaving me out, buddy. I'll make sure.
Jeremy's kind of like me. He's a Tiger and a Razorback.
When we interview him next time, I'm going to sabotage the interview.
Jeremy Harrell was a great football player for Texas High, and then went on to be a 4-year starter for the Hogs.
Yeah,
2 offensive line, 2 defensive line. And
I'll let him slide since he's a Razorback.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
know, us Razorbacks got to stick together.
That's right.
So a battle going on here between Bowden and Cheney.
A lot of great coaches around these parts, and especially Texas High, and Coach Harrell's one of them. But just, you know, when your kids go play for people, it's fun when they come to the house, and there are people like Coach Harrell that have messed with them all day and take good care of them. So we're very, very fortunate to have, and not just Texas High, but Arkansas High, Pleasant Grove, LE, everybody in the Texarkana area. You know, you feel comfortable letting your kids go to school and play sports.
That's right. The full count pitch. It's in there.
Can I help you?
3 down.
Just
Robert
looking.
Cheney is pumping them in there. 3 strikeouts in the top of the 4th inning for Mr. Cheney. So we're going to head to the bottom as the Tigers gaining a little momentum as they come off the field. They're fired up nonetheless, and so they're going to head into the batter's box when we come back with more baseball live here on Texarkana Game Day and Tiger Vision.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Welcome back to Tiger Field, home of the orange and the white.
The Big Orange School.
That's right, the Texas High Tigers. They're down right now, but they've got a little momentum coming from Robert Cheney, who is firing them in there. 3 strikeouts in the top of the 4th inning. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th, we're going to be back to the top of the lineup. So Luke Smith, number 2. Excuse me, he's the number 2 hole hitter. He wears number 1. He's the senior center fielder. He'll step up to the plate. So the Tigers looking to get back in the ball game. Billy, you got a score update for us on those Razorbacks?
Still 2-0 Hogs. Still
All
2-0
right,
Hogs.
All right. So Bowden still on the mound, the big lefty.
Gives Luke Smith a big breaking ball to start off, and Luke can't lay off of it. Got a fastball to start his first at bat, so he's probably trying to sit on it right there.
Carla Hodges, tuning in from San Angelo, Texas, says that Knox Pilgreen is her nephew.
All right.
So we appreciate her for tuning in.
That's a really good family right there. So I don't know her, but if she's part of that family, she's all right.
So Luke Smith, 1 ball and 1 strike to him. Landon Bowden still on the mound for the Bobcats. Big lefty, fastball right down the middle, strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Come on, Luke Smith.
Is that your sister again?
She's up there.
There's the double leg pump.
Double entendre.
Yeah, man. You know, that's skill. You know,
Balance.
That's right. That is right.
It's good on the stage.
Well, he's on the center stage right now.
Yes.
2 balls and 2 strikes. He's going to go for 1 pump this time, and it's a breaking ball. It's going to be a slow roller down the first base line. And Luke Smith will have a base hit. I believe that they'll mark that one as a base hit.
He didn't do one of the double pumps on that, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't double pump it.
No, I'm talking about when he got the ball.
Oh, no, he didn't double pump it there.
It's the first time we got the leadoff runner on, I think, so we need to.
Well, just like we talked about, the momentum coming from Cheney, getting those those 3 big strikeouts. And then Luke Smith keeps that momentum, a slow roller, and he just runs it out. So a little speed on first base. And Nathan Steele will step up to the plate. First fastball to him, he'll foul it off into the catcher's mitt for strike number 1. The Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th, clawing and fighting to get back into this ball game. They've got a runner on first base right now. That's Luke Smith. There's a fastball belt high on the inside corner for strike number 1.
Inside. You had it right when you said inside. I don't know about corner.
1 ball and 1 strike to Nathan Steele. He's a senior playing second base for the Tigers tonight. The 1-1 pitch to the plate. It's a fastball. It's knee high. And it's strike number 3. Frank Halter tuning in too.
All right, Big Frank.
Big Frank. You know, every time I think about Frank Halter, because almost every time I go into Gasano's, I see him. Yeah, I was just thinking about Gasano's just a minute ago.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
I'm just craving some Gasano's.
Frank's middle kid's a stud freshman for Pleasant Grove this year, and
he sure is.
Had a really good year on the mound and plays second base for him. And I think he's possibly at home sick right now. And so if Jared is, we wish him the best and getting back healthy. But he's had a really good run for the black and gold.
Oh, this one's lifted deep out into center field and a diving catch by Ethan Miller.
Wow, what a catch.
He lays out and makes the catch. We thought it was going to be a base hit from DH Dalton Rayleigh. And man,
Dalton
Ethan Miller
just
shows his skill out there and makes a diving catch out there in center field. Tries to double up Luke Smith over at first base, but
not going to get Luke.
Get it.
Luke had gotten all the way to second, knowing that he could get back on a dive. But if he drops that, Luke's scoring and Dalton's standing up on second.
So the runner goes, Luke Smith.
That way.
And so we were supposed to have some kind of bunt.
It was a hit and run.
Okay, we were supposed to have something on there. Not sure if it was a hit and run or I'm assuming that it was. But Luke Smith was kind of
Cody Reese up. Now if Cody can get him a little base knock right here and score Luke, since Luke's at second.
A little confused, headed to second base there, but he gets there safely, and he's got a stolen base. This one going to be in the dirt for a ball. I want to ask you, all of the Halter kids are good athletes, even the smallest one.
Judson.
But who was the athlete? Was it mom or dad?
Oh, it was Miss Tiffany, for sure.
I see it. I can see it.
She was a bad softball player.
All right.
Bad meaning good.
I was just wondering. I didn't think Dad gave him that much athletic ability, but I didn't know Frank back, in the day. I mean,
no, he had no. This kid, Frank could have played college football and baseball, and played a lot of baseball, but no.
But
Miss Tiffany,
she was the real deal.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Shout out, Tiff.
We had to clear that up for everybody watching. And so 4 balls to number 10, Cody Reese, and he gets on base. And so we talked about that momentum swing.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, if that ball could have gotten down,
that would have been big. That would have been big.
But this is a chance to see what we're going to do. And Nate Minnie's up, and I'm telling you, if Nate gets a fastball up, Nate can. I said it earlier, and I don't want to jinx him, but Nate can put it over that fence with the best of them. And he's a big, strong kid.
Well, if Nate Minnie gets one,
if he hits the wall,
we're going to have Luke Smith coming around to score. I can promise you that. Coach is going to get some runs on the board. There's a breaking ball, outside corner, strike number 1.
He sees a lot of those. If he does get a hit right here, it's for Miss Twitty for sure.
So no balls and 1 strike to Minnie.
Not holding on.
Bowden to the plate, a fastball. It's going to be lifted high and deep out into center field. Ethan Miller gets under it. He makes the catch.
Deepest
right
part
at
of the
the
field
wall.
at the Golden Chick sign.
It's all the way to the wall. And so 2 runners left on, 1 base knock for the Tigers, but they just can't get anyone across the plate. So they're down 3, but we're going to bring you back right after these messages. We're headed to the top of the 4th inning right here on Txk Gameday and Tiger Vision. Are you ready? It's time for some Txk Gameday baseball. Fastball on the outside corner. He rings him up just like that. 3 up and 3 down. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. If you're looking for good baseball, Texarkana is the place to be. Welcome back to Tiger Field and the Billy Lavender Show. We're bringing you more Tiger baseball right here on a beautiful night in Texarkana, Texas.
Tell me if I get to talking too much. Don't anybody comment. I'm just talking about Bolt. He's the only one that can tell me.
Hey, folks will get on here and start ripping us, man. Folks will get on here and start ripping us. But we're back to action. Robert Cheney.
Pitched a really good game.
Yes, sir, he has. And he's still on the mound. Number 1, Dustin Carver, the second baseman for the Bobcats tonight. He'll step up to the plate. Here's one down the third base line. It'll be picked up by Yao. He'll throw it across in plenty of time to Nate Minnie, and that'll be the first out of the 4th inning.
You know, Jacob's he's a middle infielder by trade, but boy, he's a freshman, and he's played his role this year over at third base, and you don't see anybody play that position better than he does.
The Tigers down by 3 right now, but they are fighting to get back in this ball game. First pitch seen by number. Oh, that one does get across. Still, no one get out. I'm not sure why people don't get out of the way over here.
Got hard heads over there. Lots of hard heads over there.
What is going on here? I mean, that thing just gets hit, and people just let it come on down.
What it is, I turned my head, and I see that Kona Ice truck over there, and I lost all track of the ball. All I was thinking about is a half banana, half grape shaved ice.
Ooh.
Which
man, speaking of shaved ice,
I'm going to go get one from Wake Village shaved ice from Miss Cheetah Brown here after this.
Is that the best ones?
It's the best ever.
Really?
Oh, it's so good. We go every night. Every night. Make my way from Arkansas side every night.
You're lying.
My brother-in-law's sitting right over there. He'll tell you he's there with me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have the heavy cream?
They got everything.
Like, you know, the one
they
over
got pickled chips. They got
they
got everything you can think of.
The one over, I can't believe we're even talking about this, but
Southern Tropics.
Yes,
yeah.
But they do that real heavy cream. I love it. I love it.
Oh,
my wife makes fun of me. And that went to the concession stand.
That almost hit the Kona Ice truck over there. He was a little bit early on that. Cheney slowed it down. Yes, sir. Can I help you? Just looking. Cheney, boys, he's got him off balance now, and I'm telling you, he's settled in.
Looks like we've got a scammer going on right now. We'll work on that. The folks back in the truck on Facebook, it looks like Daniel John is commenting on everybody else that's commented on our Facebook stream here. There's a base hit right up the middle. That's number 18.
That's the leadoff batter. That's the catcher.
Yep, that's Matt Houston, and he gets a. But we do have a scammer, so if you see your name being commented on our Facebook post by Daniel John, do not chime in on that. It looks like he is some kind of scammer.
When you're big, everybody tries to take you down, don't they?
Yeah, you know, I mean, they're just trying to take us down. But yeah, we'll get that taken off of there as soon as we can on our Game Day Facebook page. And so we appreciate people for tuning in and trying to ruin our fun. And we appreciate all those people that tune in for the fun with us. This one's going to be lifted out into right field. Luke Smith's going to call off Knox Pilgrim.
Right at the Texana Bank sign, right out there in right center field.
That's right. And so as we take a break, we appreciate all of our sponsors, especially Texana Bank. They're here today, here tomorrow. That's right. We'll be back with more Billy Lavender right here live from Texas High.
I'm Dr. Matt Young from Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital. We have expanded to increase our outstanding services for our community. We are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are a full-service emergency department and are now offering inpatient services and outpatient imaging. Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, real ER without the wait, where your hometown physician owners are always here for you.
Welcome back. We're here live at Lavender Field. Have they named the field after you
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
They're going to name one after you sooner or later. Brian Bolton, Billy Lavender, the Tiger King himself, bringing you Texas High baseball tonight. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Really good game. We've seen some great plays in the field. We've seen some really good pitching by both starting pitchers, both of them still in. Seen a lot of good hits. So, you know, not that there's a lot of hits on the scoreboard because we've seen some really good defense. But you know, when you come and see two powerhouses like this, this is what you get. So, you know, every run that you can scratch, like Coach McClure trying to scratch a couple of runs out on a steal home or something like that. He knew he was going to have to do something to try to beat these #1 Hallsville Bobcats, and it's not over. We're in the bottom of the 5th right here, and Cheney gets another chance, mano a mano, pitcher versus pitcher. He's got a bomb this year. He can get an RBI right here.
So Robert Cheney, he'll step up to the plate. Landon Bowden still on the mound, the big lefty from Hallsville.
Got Brian and Valerie Priest listening on their way home from the freshman game.
Appreciate everyone for tuning in, and the umpire takes
he's taking a beating.
One. He's taking a beating. Speaking of umpires, really good job this whole season by all of the officials that we've seen around. You know,
so far,
Billy's been over here at Texas High mostly, and I've
we got a lot of good officials in the area.
Other schools on the Texas and Arkansas side. You know, that's a hard job to do.
Man,
I called high school baseball for 7 years, and that's a hard job to do, and it's only getting harder.
And not only do we have a lot of good ones around here, some of them are being picked off by the Savannah Bananas. You know, we got the dancing umpire, and his son is Chandler Chapman for the Tigers. That's running, and I mean, you start getting really good. You start getting picked off by all these upper class.
You got to have, I guess, twerking skills to go do that, though.
He's got it.
There's a swing and a miss, but it's in the dirt, so Cheney's going to run it out, and he's going to be out at first base for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And so that's going to bring up number 9, Knox Pilgreen, the freshman from out in right field. First pitch to Pilgreen, knee high for strike number 1.
Knox's aunt's listening to us.
All I can think about right now is what I'm going to eat for dinner and getting a snow cone afterwards.
Good hack right there. Yeah, I'm telling you, you want to wait Village Shaved Ice? I'll buy you one.
Where is
it's on
it
me.
at?
It's
on Kings Highway?
in the Cash Saver parking lot.
I'm not familiar with Wake
Yeah.
Village, but I'll go out there and look for it.
Yeah.
I think I know where it is. It's on Kings Highway, right? Isn't that what that is? So Pilgreen goes down on strikes. Going to bring up shortstop Sawyer Pritchard. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Nice job by Landon Bowden. He is still going strong on the mound for the Bobcats. The Tigers got to get something going quick. They're running out of outs. That one right down the middle for strike number 1. Shirley Watson, she's tuning in all the way from South Carolina.
Wow.
Second pitch going to be swung on and fouled over the backstop for strike number 2, and so quickly Pritchard in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff man Jacob Yao stands on deck. Here's the double clutch, and it's a breaking ball.
Good take right there.
So Pritchard checked his swing, did not go. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's another breaking ball. Thought it was going to be a fastball out of his hand. A nice breaking ball in the dirt for ball number 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to the 9-hole hitter, Sawyer Pritchard. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball. It's high. Ball number 3.
Man, that's 3 tough takes for Sawyer. And he's had a really good eye at the plate. And he knows he's going to get a pitch right here.
Good job by Pritchard to battle back. We got a full count. The payoff pitch from Bowden to the plate. It's a fastball. It's high. 2-out walk for Sawyer Pritchard. with the
Turn over the lineup. That's right.
Top of the lineup, freshman Jacob Yao. He's a one-hole hitter for the Tigers tonight. He'll step up to the plate. Luke Smith will await on deck. Bottom of the fifth. Tigers down 3-0. They're battling back. A runner on first base. The one-hole hitter at the plate. The catcher wants to check the batter. You cannot do that when he's out in the field. Well, I guess they're going to. The field official does not have any better view than what the plate official does. So I've never seen it appealed when you're out behind second base, but they did, and he gets the same thing.
He's thrown 5 balls in a row, and actually 6 balls in a row, and coach is going to go out and settle him down for Hallsville, and it's a really good job.
Coach Watley going to come out. Talk with
Coach McClure is going to ask the home plate umpire, how are you checking the batter's swing with the guy right behind the deal, and that's what he's asking him right there.
Well,
and I don't blame him.
And he would have, and he's asking him, what if he'd have called it a strike?
Yeah.
What if he'd have said he win?
Yeah.
Yeah, but nonetheless, no harm, no
right.
foul. Coach McClure going to take a second to talk to Yao as well. And so everyone's going to stay in the ball game and stay where they are at.
We got 2 dead, right?
Yes, sir. Sawyer Pritchard on first base, 2 outs. There's a big swing, but a miss by Yao.
He'd have caught that.
2 balls and 1 strike. Landon Bowden, after a talk with his coach, comes back and hammers 2 fastballs past Yao, and that'll bring our count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Come on, Jake.
The 1-2 pitch, the runner goes. It's go. And he's going to round second, and all the way to third base is Sawyer Pritchard. And so a nice job, a line drive right back up the middle by leadoff man Jacob Yao.
You never know what a walk will do, and we get a walk to the 9 hole and turn our lineup over, and got a 2-2 count to Jacob, and here again, you know, you can say, oh, Coach McClure, you shouldn't have stole, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that, but he's trying to manufacture some runs, and so he gets a hit and run right there. Not a hit and run, but a steal, and because he's stealing, that ball that goes to the second baseman, a line drive, gets through there. Now we got runners at the corners, and several things can happen. You got Luke Smith up, and Luke can do some damage. He leads the team in home runs this year. Got lefty on lefty matchup.
So runner on first and third. First fastball is going to be fouled. Luke Smith, he tried to check his swing there.
Yeah.
He thought coming out of the pitcher's hand that he wanted it. Yeah, and he checked it and fouled it off.
Yeah.
Luke Smith gets back into the box. We're underway. Bowden still on the mound for the Bobcats. Here's the second fastball. It's going to be low and inside for ball number 1. Going to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Luke Smith. And so a big time for a base hit here to get the Tigers on the scoreboard. The 1-1 pitch to the plate. And here's one over to the second baseman, Dusty Carver. He'll scoop it up and over to first base. And so 2 men left on, no base hits for the Tigers in this inning, and they're still scoreless. They're down 3-0 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Tigers got to get some runs on the board quick. We're running out of time, but we'll be back for the remainder of the game right here with Tiger Vision and Txk Gameday.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back as we head to the top of the 6th inning, where the Tigers are still down 3-0. They've knocked on the door a couple times, but just could not get runners across the plate. First pitch from Robert Cheney, going to be in there for strike number 1. This is number 5, the 3-hole hitter, Sawyer Dunnigan.
Shortstop.
That one going to be in the dirt for ball number 1, so that'll even up our count. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Dunnigan. Dunnigan, the shortstop for the Bobcats. Here's an off-speed pitch. And not sure what happened there.
He crossed up the batter. Dallin Bristow. I think he thought he was getting a curve ball, but the ball was right down the middle, and just because it hits the catcher right square in the head doesn't mean it's not a strike. And I think that's what the batter has to realize, is that ball's right down the freaking middle.
So Bristow, he was shocked there. Not sure if it got stuck in, hung up in a light or, what it was, but nonetheless, it's in there. And so Cheney, he's rocking and rolling. Here's an off-speed pitch, and that one's going to be a little inside for ball number 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sawyer Dunnigan, we've seen him make some big plays out in the field. See what he does here at the plate. There's a fastball. He'll swing, and it'll go over
by the
to the Kona truck. I hope they got good
insurance.
I'll
go get that. I'll go get that.
Hope they got good insurance.
Got that Geico?
That's right. That's right.
You don't insure those, do you?
Not
okay.
snow cone trucks.
Okay.
Too much liability.
I didn't know if Shelter did that
too much liability.
Okay.
If you got a truck or a car and you live on the Arkansas side, I'll be more than happy to help you. If you live on the Arkansas side and you got a snow cone truck, I will help you find somebody that'll take it for you. So that'll be ball number 4. That fastball going to be spiked into the dirt.
Robert got ahead of him and just kind of let him slide away, and now they get their leadoff batter on, and I wouldn't be surprised, although you're in the middle of their lineup, I wouldn't be surprised for them to try to scratch one more run with some small ball.
Garrett Smith, he's the 4-hole hitter. He wears number 13 and plays first base for the Bobcats. He'll step up to the plate. First pitch fastball fouled over the backstop. Strike number 1.
Kent Murphy button school. Lots of numbers being hollered out.
That's right.
Pitching coach and third base coach, and I'm getting all mixed up. I'm just trying to figure out what inning it is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up with the count. I know we got 2 strikes.
Yeah, we do.
No scoreboard, my note-taking skills. What did he say? I think we got 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Garrett Smith. And Cheney will throw over to first base. And it'll have to be corralled by Nate Minnie. He'll scoop it up. The runner will not advance. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Smith. Dunnigan over on first. Here's a breaking ball. It's outside for ball number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. It's in the dirt. Going to bring our count full. Runner still at first base. A full count, no outs. Runner on first base, a nice ground ball to the middle of the infield would be good for the Tigers right now. We're going to throw over to first base, and Dunnigan slides back in safely. If you're tuning in here on Txk Gameday, we sure do appreciate you for watching tonight. The runner goes, the strikeout will be gotten. Thought it was going to be a double play.
Oh, we got a double play. There is going to be a double play. He was in the way. The batter got in the way of Dallin Bristow, and because of that, the runner will be called out too.
And so interference from the batter will be called. The reason that it was called is when the batter swung at that final strike, he stepped out. Yes, he stepped out over the plate. You cannot leave the box. Now, you can do anything you want to in the box, but you cannot leave the box. And so that will be a double play there. And so quick, 2 outs for the Tigers. There's one fouled right back at me. I thought it was going to hit me.
And good job by Bristow, because if Bristow sees that guy's in the way and doesn't throw that ball, it's not interference, and it wouldn't get called. And so he did what he's taught to do and get that ball down to second base. Almost got the guy as it was.
Ethan Miller, he had a big diving catch to save a run from scoring just a few innings ago. He plays center field for the Bobcats. He's up to bat. He's got a 1-ball and 1-strike count. Cheney to the plate. It's a breaking ball. Never quite breaks, and that'll be ball number 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Miller. Cheney to the plate. It's an off-speed pitch. It's a little high. Ball number 3. 3 balls.
That elbow up.
2 strikes.
Got a flyover. Real flyover.
That's right.
They heard it was a good game going on.
Yeah, they can fly around and watch it for a little bit. So that one in the zone, going to be fouled over the backstop. If you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, the app, or on on Tiger Vision, go over and download the Txk Gameday app. You can always stream Txk Gameday stuff live from the app. A lot of good stuff on there, a lot of updates that they've done to that. It's a really good app to have. Go over and check out the free Txk Gameday app, no matter what kind of phone you have. Go to the App Store and download a brand new app. Just came out last year. A lot of good stuff on there.
Really good.
I think we even got a picture of Billy Lavender. If we don't, we will. Mark my words.
I'll send you one.
I may need to take it. I don't know what you're going to see. That one in there.
Had a way to get ahead, Robert.
DH Jack Holliday. Runner on first. 2 outs. Over to first base, not in time. The runner will go. This one will be hit, and it'll be a little blooper right over the first baseman's head. And because the runner goes, he will make it all the way around to third base. So we're going to have a stoppage in the action to get some balls in, and we'll be cranked back up here in just a few moments.
This is the pitcher for Hallsville. He struck out last time looking, I believe, and boy, Cheney needs another one right here. You don't want to get down 4 runs going into the bottom of the 6th. You got two innings to catch up and get ahead, but right here, this is a big time at bat.
So runner on first. Runner on first and third, and then the runner will go on that pitch. Tried to draw the throw down to second base, but did not. And so the runner will be on second and third now. 2 outs. Number 7, Landon Bowden. He'll be at the plate.
Cheney starting to labor right now. Can get through one more batter. I think they'll probably go see him after this batter. Just looks like he's lost it right here.
Just doesn't have the whip that we have seen. He's given us. He's given us 5 2/3 innings. We'll see if he can get get 6, but another run will score for Hallsville on that pass ball to make it 4-0 over the Tigers. So there is going to be a substitution into the ball game. Number 15, if you'll give me just a moment, I'll get you a number on that. So our name,
15.
Number 15, yeah, a name. That's Carson Blakely. Number 15, Carson Blakely.
And now
He'll
batting
come
is
into the
number
ball
15,
game.
Carson Blakely.
We're ahead of the field announcer.
Yeah, and Coach McClure will come out and see Robert right now, and Robert's throwing a really, really good ball game, and looks like he's going to make a move. And don't know who he's going to bring in. Jordan Crouch is going to come to second base, and Nathan Steele will move from second over to short. And Sawyer Pritchard, who's done a really good job for the Tigers and coming in tough situations, will come in with runners on base right here.
And while we make this pitching change, we're gonna take a break for just a second. It looks like we're gonna be a moment while they try to warm up on this cool night where the Tigers are down right now 4-0. But we'll be back with more Tiger baseball right after this. We're back here at Tiger Field. Billy Lavender and Brian Bolt. We've still got a meeting of the minds on the mound. We've got a new pitcher into the ball game, and I'm going to let Billy Lavender give you an update of our players on the field.
So what happens now is they bring Jordan Crouch in, who's a second baseman, and he'll take the spot of Nathan Steele. Nathan Steele will move across the diamond to shortstop, taking Sawyer Pritchard's spot. Sawyer Pritchard comes to the mound, and also the starting pitcher, Robert Cheney, will go out to right field and relieve Knox Pilgreen. And so that's all the changes so far. You got a runner on the corners, and do we have 2 outs? I think we got two outs.
2 outs.
And so that's why Coach McClure was staying out there. He was telling him, hey, look, here's what's fixing to happen. They've done this several times. They're going to delay Steele and try to get us to throw down, but we may have something for him. I don't know.
And now you are caught up after your Billy Lavender update of the game.
Good pitch. Got him. Yes, sir. Good play.
So
good play.
Called at the plate.
Yep.
And the runner gets a little too far off at third base, and he'll be thrown out by Bristow.
That's what they were letting them know is they're going to delay Steele. We're going to pump the fake and get the runner to jump and backdoor him, and Bristow makes a perfect throw, and then Jacob Yao makes a perfect tag.
And so no base hits, 1 man left on, and 1 run scored. The ball game, the Tigers are down 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Tigers need to get something going. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to be back with the bottom of the 6th where the Tigers are coming to bat right here at Tiger Field.
A shield against the elements. Comfort in the midst of chaos. Shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life.
In Arkansas, see Brian Bolt for a free insurance review.
Welcome back to Tiger Field. Brian Bolt and Billy Lavender bringing you some Thursday night baseball. Looks like our scoreboard has officially gone off. I don't think it worked the whole entire game, so we're going to do our best to keep you up to date on it. But number 8, Nathan Steele. He is actually our shortstop now. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Trying to get it all memorized here. He's moved from his second base position over to shortstop. He's up to bat. Bowden still on the plate, pumping.
Yeah, we're taking 2 big cuts, not keeping our head in. We just need to make contact. Easy for me to say.
So there's a swing and a miss on the check swing by Steele, and he'll be tagged out inside the box. That'll be the first out, bottom of the 6th inning. So that's going to bring up number 16, Dalton Rayleigh. He's the junior DH.
Dalton had a really good hit his last AB.
First pitch to Rayleigh is a breaking ball. It's going to stay high for ball number 1. Second pitch to Rayleigh. That one does fall in the strike zone for strike number 1. Going to even up our count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Landon Bowden still on the mound.
Throwing him nothing but junk.
Yeah, throwing
I'm telling you, Rayleigh gets a bunch of those.
That's right. And so
they threw him a fastball and he hammered it out there last time.
2 balls and 1 strike to Rayleigh. There's a fastball, first fastball he's seen this at bat. That's right at the knees for strike number 2.
Really
so
good
2 balls,
location.
2 strikes. There's a breaking ball. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. Our count will stay 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Bowden. It's a fastball and it's a line down the third base line, but it's going to be foul.
Greg Pilgreen almost gets a hold of that one down the left field line. Sports Magic, our Sports Magic guy.
We appreciate Sports Magic for being one of our sponsors here on
Absolutely.
Txk Gameday. The 2-2 pitch to Rayleigh. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout for Landon Dowden. He has been on fire for the Bobcats on the mound tonight. Just not letting the Tigers get anything started. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Going to bring up number 10, Cody Reese. He'll take that first one in the strike zone for strike number 1. There's another fastball, but it's going to be a little out.
Good spot.
Ball number 1.
He hit the mitt. Good job. Good take by Cody.
1 ball and 1 strike to Cody Reese. There's a fastball right on the inside corner of the plate, strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Reese. Nate Minnie awaits on deck. 2 outs. And there's strike number 3. 3 up and 3 down for Bowden. The Tigers are still scoreless in the ballgame. They're down 4-0. We're headed to the last inning of the ballgame where the Tigers are going to have one more chance to put some runs on the board. Again, they're down 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back with more Tiger baseball right here, live, Tiger Field.
If you're thinking of building or remodeling, start your project with Red River Lumber and the Design Center. Our full-line lumber yards are stocked with the building materials you need for your project. The Design Center offers doors and windows, flooring, cabinetry, countertops, appliances, and more. And our team will help guide your project every step of the way. Take advantage of our custom kitchen design service. We'll help visualize your project with a 3D rendering of how your new space will look. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a Day 1 sponsor of Txk Gameday.
Brian Bolt and Billy Lavender bringing you the final inning of tonight's ball game where the Tigers are down by 4 runs. They're going to have one more chance, but first they've got to hold the Bobcats to nothing. And speaking of holding them, man, what a nice pitch that was right there.
Sawyer's done a really good job coming in this year on the mound and getting out of jams, and he did it last inning, and we'll see what he can. And he just keeps hitting spots, and he's got a little velo this year, and some good off-speed stuff, and just keeps batters mixed up.
So Pritchard on the mound now for the Tigers, and quickly he's ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. That one's going to be in there for ball number 1 to Dusty Carver. He's the second baseman for the Bobcats. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pritchard, an off-speed pitch. It's on the outside corner, just a little bit out.
A little bit out, a little bit low.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carver. The pitch from Pritchard.
A little up.
A little high for ball number 3. Going to bring the count full. And knock 1. Not sure what that is.
Let's throw a strike.
There is a breaking ball.
Good play by Nate Minnie.
It's going to be popped over to Nate Minnie, and he'll stumble over. And
not easy for him to get down in his legs. Nate's had a couple of surgeries already, and going to have another one after the year's over, so he can be fully healthy and play football next year at SAU. But
the Mule Riders.
The Mule Riders, that's right.
Ride or die.
That's right.
I'm a Mule Rider myself.
Same here.
Are you? Really?
1 semester.
I didn't.
Played a little basketball. Didn't know a lot of things about me.
I did not. This one lifted out into center field. Luke Smith, he gives chase. He sets up camp. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
Don't hit many out there that Luke doesn't sit under for a while.
Luke Smith got some speed out there. He'll definitely be missed next year.
Here we go. I hope Sawyer knows who's up, and I know Coach Watson that does a really good job with our pitching staff. He knows what's up, so he's going to call the right pitch.
Number 18, Matt Houston. He's the big leadoff man. First time facing Pritchard tonight. Pritchard's going to try to keep it down and in the zone. That one a little too far down and outside for ball number 1. Second pitch to Houston's a breaking ball, and it will be in there for strike number 1.
And it's not just throw a curveball. It's throw a curveball and hit my glove on the outside corner, and he hit the glove. I mean, Dallin never had to move it.
There's a fastball right by Houston for a big swing and a miss for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Houston. The Tigers looking to get out of this inning and keep the bleeding where it is at. Look to put 4 or 5 runs on the board here in the bottom. This one's going to be in the dirt. Ball number 2, going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Dallin's had a good game blocking him up behind the plate.
Yeah, nice job, Dallin Bristow behind the plate. Made some good plays. Makes them look routine.
That's what a good catcher does.
The 2-2 pitch. It's a fastball, but it's going to be high and out for ball number 3.
He took one of them off the noggin right down the middle.
Yeah.
Just got mixed up between him and the pitcher. Here we go. Got to be the best pitch of the night. Hey, here's the thing, is throw the ball wherever the catcher wants it, and if it's outside and you walk him, it's not a big deal right here. Good.
There's the payoff pitch, and it's going to be in the dirt. Houston will literally stumble to first.
No, that's exactly what that walk's not on Sawyer. They were throwing it around him, and just, you know, you couldn't get behind. You couldn't get a 3-2 count and throw him a fastball down the middle and risk it being 5-0.
So a runner will come in for Houston over at first base. That's going to bring up number 2, the 2-hole hitter, Logan Jones. Pritchard's first pitch to him is a fastball right down the middle for strike number 1. if you're still watching, hang in there with us. The Tigers, they get to come to bat one more time. We've seen crazier stuff happen.
Seen some cardiac kids for sure.
There's a breaking ball, and it's going to be on the ground in the gap. It's going to get through out to right field. Cheney, he'll scoop it up. Both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them grabbed a hold of it.
Both of them.
That's right. You know, speaking of crazier things that have happened, and I know,
I didn't do it.
I know we don't typically talk about other teams here on the other broadcast, but have you seen the 2 games between PG and LE this year?
Yeah, they've been really good.
Wow.
They've been really
good. They
good.
have both come down to the final inning, and guess what? They get to play each other 3 times this year. That's not including the playoff.
They are evenly
the
matched.
postseason. If they meet again in the postseason, I mean, they could possibly play, 6 times this year.
Speaking of teams, and a team that's not evenly matched, the Tiger Vision team. How about the Tiger Vision team? What they do in Mr. A. Consistently, they win all kinds of awards and are able to bring broadcasts like this. We got a bouncer to Jordan Crouch, nice play in the hole, throws him out, get the Tigers out of, and Sawyer Pritchard just does his job, and really good play by Jordan Crouch to go in the hole and keep the Tigers within reach. And we'll go to the 7th. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th.
That's right. And so as we head to the bottom of the 7th, yes, we are going to give more praise to the Tiger Vision team, the best team. No offense to the Tigers tonight.
That's right.
But they are the best team here in the ballpark and every ballpark that they go to. We appreciate everything that they do. We're going to take our final break for the night, and we're going to bring you back for the final outing for the Tigers, unless they tie it up.
That's
we
right.
may be going into extras.
Free
I
baseball.
don't want to knock on wood yet, but the Tigers are coming to bat. When we come back right here, Billy Lavender and Brian Bolt bringing you some Txk Game Day baseball. We'll be right back.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
We're back here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Billy Lavender giving us a little final showdown, a little musical tribute, I guess. So Billy, you got some score updates for us?
Some score updates. LSU put 3 on the Hogs in the top of the 6th, and now the Hogs are up at bat with 1 out. Battle's just singles, moves more to second, and so we got 2 on with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 game.
The Arkansas Razorbacks, the University of Arkansas Razorbacks, down right now by 1 to the LSU Tigers. So a little SEC baseball action there for you. And so Nate Minnie, he's going to step up to bat and see if he can get something going here in the bottom of the 7th, where the Tigers are down by 4. They're going to try to battle back here. This one, he jumps on it quick and hits it over to second base. That's Carver. He'll scoop it up. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 7th, and so the Tigers down to their final 2 outs. Got to get something going quick.
You got Cheney, and then you'll have Jordan Crouch coming up for his first at bat. But just need to get next man up. Just need to get a lot of guys on base and try to get to about.
It looks like.
Jordan Crouch that came
Cheney,
in.
Yep, I'm sorry. I was seeing another number over here, but yeah, Crouch, he will await on deck. Cheney, he's at the plate now. That one's going to be lined over to the shortstop, and the worst person that you can hit it to on the field. Man, you cannot get anything by that guy. What a special, special player Sawyer Dunnigan is. But Cheney, he gave it his best.
Yep.
He hit a shot over to Dunnigan, and Dunnigan just, old trusty over there, he just skips over to it and flips it over to first base, and we've seen him do it time and time again. That's going to bring up Crouch with 2 outs, and he's going to hit one up the middle.
First pitch.
And a 2-out base hit for Crouch, and so Sawyer Pritchard He'll come up to bat now to see if the Tigers can get anything going. They wait until they get 2 outs and they're down by 4, and they hit one right up the middle. But it doesn't matter when it happens, just as long as it happens. So they got a runner on first.
Sawyer's hit the ball a couple of times good tonight. If he could get on, he walked, drew a walk his last time up, and we flipped the lineup. And if we could do that, man, we're back in the game.
First fastball to Pritchard. He'll take it for ball number 1. Tigers desperately trying to get runners on base and get back in this ball game. They're down to their last out of the ball game. Bowden still on the mound. A throw down by Matt Houston down to first base and almost gets Jordan Crouch, but he slides back in there safely, so no harm, no foul. Coach McClure sure doesn't want to make that final out at first base. Bowden to the plate. It's going to be in there at the knees for strike number 1.
Sawyer, Pritchard, come on, Saw.
So Bowden to the plate. It's on the inside corner, strike number 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Tigers down to their last strike. Bowden, the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball, swung on and missed, and the Tigers will go down in district play 4-0 over the number 1 team in District 15 5A at the time, the Hallsville Bobcats. So briefly, or at least quickly, tell me what you saw out of tonight's game, Billy.
You know, I saw a couple of good starting pitchers. You know, it came down to teams that didn't make a lot of mistakes, but they just you know, they got on the board, they scratched in 1 inning. You had a lot of zeros, and in a game like this, 2 good teams, it's typically the guys that get ahead, you know, are able to keep it. But it's not you know, it's not the end of the world. It wasn't a must-win for the Tigers, but it just keeps Hallsville up there to where it's going to be tough to overtake them, and them being with the you know, head-to-head lead on you. So we got to regroup, and we'll have a big week next week.
And so before we go, we want to say a big thanks to all of our sponsors here with Texarkana Game Day: State Bank, Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, Total Medical Supply, Gregor Auto Group, Texana Bank, our scoreboard sponsor each and every week, Commercial National Bank, Brian Bolt's agency with Shelter Insurance, Conterra, Dr. Pepper, Browning Homes, Express Employment, Kelly Ashbrook State Farm, Sports Magic, Livewire, Red River Lumber, Phone Pros, TXK Marketing, and Complete Computing Solutions. And this has been a broadcast with Texarkana Game Day in partnership with Tiger Vision. We appreciate all that Tiger Vision does for Texas High and for Texarkana Game Day. Such a good partnership.
Thanks for all you do, Brian, for Texas High and bringing local sports to the Arklatex.
Well, I appreciate it very much, and so we try to do our best each and every night. And for Brian Bolt and Billy Lavender, we're going to sign off from Tiger Field, where they go down tonight, but we'll have another game for you on Texarkana Game Day before too long. I think we've got more baseball coming up next week, so go over to Texarkana Game Day's Facebook page and you can keep up and see where we're going to be next. And so we're going to sign off here from Tiger Field with Texarkana Game Day and Tiger Vision.